Hi, I'm Dr. Saab, and today I'm going to show you the brand new Renault Megane E-Tech 100% electric. This is the new 2024 Techno Plus 60 kilowatt optimum charge in Glacier White. In this video, I'm going to show you what the car has, some of my views on this car. I will be making a video on how to use the main features of this car, so please subscribe so you don't miss that. Big thank you to Holdcroft, Renault Wolverhampton for helping me make this video possible. So this is the Megane E-Tech 100% electric. It's got 220 brake horsepower and 0 to 60 in 7.5 seconds. Officially, Renault say that you can get 280 miles, but most likely you'll probably get between around the 200 mark to 250. I did see this car a year ago. There are 3 main models back then, which was the Megane Equilibre was the standard model. Then you can get the Techno, which is the next one up, and then you had the Launch Edition, which is the top of the range. Now you still have 3 versions. The first one's the Evolution, which is a standard model. Techno is the middle of the range. Then you've got Iconic, which is the top of the range. Now the standard model, the starting price is £33,995, which is incredible value. Now older models will get the 9-inch screen as standard, but recently they've had a facelift, or an upgrade you could call it, and the standard model still gets 9-inch screen, but if you go for the middle range or the top of the range, you then get a 12-inch screen for the infotainment screen. Now, if you want to see what the latest screen is like, check out my video on the top right corner on the new Renault Scenic, and that'll show you what the infotainment screen is like and also the driver instrument cluster as well. Now, this video is perfect if you want to learn about how to use the main controls as well. Now, this is very convenient, this specification sheet, which gives you a bit of information on the car. Now, if you do want to see this, I'll make a PDF of this and you can access this using the link in the description below, and you can have a little read of that. Now, I really like the design of this car. Something that I actually really find cool, when you've got the key, if I press this switch, you can see I can then put the lights on, and that's really convenient if you've lost your car. You press the button and then you can see roughly where your car is, especially in the night. Now, in terms of design, I do like the front grille. That's pretty cool. These lights are definitely really futuristic. And then the bonnet itself, you've got these kind of grooves, power kind of domes design, and it looks really, really sporty. Very aggressive, you could say. Then moving down, we've got 20-inch alloy wheels. And this car's got the Goodyear wheels, and this one's got 215 45 R20. And then at the rear, let's have a look. Again, Goodyear tires, and this one has got 215 45 R20. Now, the actual design of the car is really cool, and as you can see, as I walk towards the car, the door handles open up, and I think that's really, really cool. If I walk away, the car should lock itself. Watch this. There you go. That's locked itself, so I don't even need to use the key to actually open the car. I can just walk towards the car, and then the door handles open up. I love that. Now, in terms of the design from the side, I do like the gloss black mirrors. I think that gives the car a really aggressive look. I prefer that on my own car as well. And then you have got a bit of chrome at the top here. Then this is a black finish here. And then moving down to the side, you can see we've got plastic, but it's actually got like a vinyl sticker on there. And that just gives the car a different look. Makes the plastic look a bit more expensive than it is. I think that's really nice. Now, in terms of design, I think it's a good, stylish car. It's not got a very high roofline, so it does make the car look quite sporty. It's not a big looking car when you're in person. I think in the video it's going to look quite big, and that's probably due to the colour. And I do like this colour. I think the wheel design is really, really cool. Looks really sporty. Let me know in the comments, what do you guys think? Now, one thing I really like is obviously the door handles, but these door handles are really cool. It's within this part of the door, so this part looks really sleek, and then I've got access to the rear, and then that's a nice little finish here. So instead of a mud flap, you've got this little flick, and that should protect the body of the car. Moving to the back, looks good. LED lights are nice. And this kind of Porsche inspired rear end makes the car look really nice, very classy. And then you've got the shark fin at the top, and that's for your radio. Then I do like this gloss black at the bottom here, and you've got the fog lights at the bottom. Now let's have a look at the rear of the car, the rear access. Now you can use the key, or I can press this switch, and then I do have to use it manually to open up. And then I've got access to the boot, or the trunk as the Americans like to say. And then you can see I've got my video equipment in there, my little suitcase. Let's get that out and I'll show you what that looks like. So here we go, we've got access to the rear, and it's a decent amount of space. It's a decent amount of space. You've got 440 litres of boot space. Now I think you can buy options like a false floor to store cables and other loose items. You can order the car with tow bars and roof bars separately as well. Let's see. Yeah, you got a little bit of storage down there, which is nice. The seats also fold. You got your tether points. You've got hooks here, so you can store bags on that, which is very useful. I do enjoy using that. And then you can take off the parcel shelf by unhooking there. The seats also fold. Now it looks like it's a 20-60 split. Let's have a look at the rear access. So now we're at the back of the car, and you've got your electric windows here. You've got storage behind the seat. You've also got your ISOFIX points. And then let's have a look here. If I pull that, yep, I can fold the seat. So you've got plenty of space back there. And then now if I do want to fold the seat back up, I do need to make sure I pull this across like that. And then I can fold the seat just like that. And let's go inside and see what this looks like. You can see your ISOFIX points. You've got a child seat in there now, which is very useful. Now there's no armrest, which is okay, but looking at the rear, I have got a good amount of space. This is actually set in my driving position. So I've got a good amount of space here, and I've got a bit of storage down there. Moving up, I've got a grab handle, and I've got a hook and a courtesy light. And that's nice actually with the leather finish. Car feels very premium. And then down here we've got your vents. You've got 2 USB-C ports, which is really useful. And just the overall finish is nice. I love the finish, the door handles. I prefer this finish with the gloss black. Let me know in the comments, what do you guys think? I think that looks really expensive. It feels really nice. And then, yeah, overall, it's a nice place to be. It's not too dark, considering that these windows are slightly tinted. I think they are darkened glass rather than tinted glass. The seats are half leather as well, which is very interesting. I do prefer that than full leather, only because you get the best of both worlds, I think. Let me know in the comments, what do you guys think? Now moving to the front, there's a nice little view here, and it does look really futuristic. Should we move to the front and see what it's like? But I've just noticed before I leave, I have got your top tether point. So that front seat, this front seat also has ISOFIX, which is really convenient as well. So you got 3 ISOFIX points, perfect for families. That's nice. Nice little entrance. Theatrics for the car, and I like that. I'm very cheesy like that. I'm easily pleased like that. Now, straight away, at the front, it's a really comfortable and nice place to be in. I've got my armrest here, and it's nice, decent size. From the door, you've got your ambient lights. And I think in this car, you've got 8 ambient lights to choose from. The gloss black finish on the door handle again. And then moving down, we've got your electric windows. Nice leather finish here with yellow stitching, which is really, really nice actually. I don't think you don't have the yellow stitching at the rear, but you do have it here, which is nice. And I've just realized there's yellow stitching as well on the actual seats, which is really cool. And you do have it for the rear. Now this steering wheel is really, really cool. It's a nice kind of square style steering wheel. It's inspired basically by the old Formula 1 steering wheels that used to be square. Now you've got all the main kind of controls here, which I will show you how to use in the next video. So please subscribe so you don't miss that video. But you have got the paddle shifts as well for the regenerative braking, and I do like that. It just gives the car a really sporty feel. Now you've also got the 12.3 inch driver display, and you've got the 9-inch screen here for the infotainment screen. Let's start it up. So I'll push the brake, push the start switch, and there we go. That's come on. When it says ready, that means the car's ready to go. Now the driver display is sharp and has easy to read graphics, which is also customizable. The car has many useful safety features, such as the ability to recognize traffic signs, which will help you from not speeding, hopefully. Now the infotainment screen is really, really good as well. You've got a nice clear sat-nav screen. You've got wireless Apple CarPlay and Google. I think Android Auto might be wireless as well. And you should have your Google Assistant as well. So you can ask the car, you can say, hey Google, put the heated seats on.
Sure, turning on the seat heater for the driver.
I prefer to just ask the car to do stuff such as that. You can also press the buttons here to change the settings if you want to, but while you're driving, it might be just safer just to ask the car. Now to get the full features of this, to get the full usage of this infotainment, I would recommend you signing in to your Google account. You can even ask Google to set the temperature to 22 degrees. If you don't want to link your Google account for whatever reason, if you choose to do that, then you won't be able to use the Google Play Store as well. That's just something to note. And you also get the Renault app, which allows you to set the temperature before you begin your journey, and gives you other useful information, such as how much charge you have. Now, wireless charging is standard, and my iPhone 13 Pro Max does fit there. So that's very convenient. Now, one thing I should have mentioned on the steering wheel, this one has actually got the adaptive cruise control as well. And I think that is a really useful feature, especially on the motorway. Let me know in the comments, would you use it? You've got cruise control, but adaptive cruise control just basically adapts the speed according to what's in front of you. So it'll adjust the speed. So if the car in front of you is slowing down, this car will slow down. If the car speeds back up, this car will speed up. And you just set the speed. Now the speakers in this car are really, really good as well. I think it's got 6 Archimedes speaker, Archimedes speaker, and they do sound really good. If you go for the top spec, then you do get Harman Kardon, which probably sound really, really strong and bassy, but the speakers in this sound really good. Now, one really cool feature that's on the top spec model is you get the digital rear view camera. Now this one is frameless. This is kind of like the standard rear view, but if you go for the digital one, there's a button here, and then you've got a digital camera as well, which might be really convenient. If you do want to see what the digital camera kind of looks like, I think I've done it on a Renault Scenic, and you'll be able to see that. I'll put the link on the top right corner, or I'll put it in the description so you can see what that digital rear view camera looks like. But in terms of equipment, you can see I've got heated seats. Oh, it's even got a heated steering wheel, which is nice. I can just press that button there and my steering wheel will be heated. It's actually a really good car. You've got the reverse camera as well. I've definitely got reverse parking sensors. I'm not sure if I got front parking sensors. Let's have a try. So I'll put the car into drive. Let's go close to the car in front. Yeah, it's got front park sensors as well. Now, I think for the top of the range model, the car can also park itself, which is very cool. You can see I've also got the guidelines. So if I put the car back in reverse, if I turn the steering, you can see I've also got the reverse guidelines as well. And then you've got your parking sensors here on the left, showing you how close you're getting to things. You've also got the electric folding door mirrors, and they are really good. You know, like I'm looking at the back and you can see, yeah, I've got a big pillar there, but I've got a nice clear mirror there, so that will allow me plenty of vision for the rear. The rear windscreen is small, but it's not too bad. I can still see what's behind me fairly well. That's where probably the digital camera would be useful in that situation. So if you do want to see more, that digital camera feature was probably a good idea to have. But this infotainment's really good. And in my next video, I'll show you how to use all of these main features. Now moving down, we have got your 12-volt socket. That looks like a little space for a subwoofer, I'm guessing. And then down here, we have got storage, and usually there's dividers here. For whatever reason, it's been taken out of this car. So you can customize the different compartment kind of size if you want to. And then you've also got your cup holder down here. And oh, you can actually put your key here. So if you have any issues with your key, the car might put a prompt on this screen here, and all you'll have to do is put your key roughly there, and then you can start the car. Now down here we've got a bit of storage, which is really good, but if I push and then pull, I can now access this space down here, and that is pretty deep to store items. And then I've also got your 2 USB-C ports, which is very convenient as well. Now moving towards the dash, I actually like this finish. It's like a cloth finish, and then you have got plastic down here, and then you've got more storage down here to store items. And in this car, it looks like the locking wheel bolts are in there and stuff like that. You got the manual in there as well. Very useful. Now, one thing I've just noticed is there's a chicken on the windscreen. That's interesting. Never seen a chicken on a windscreen. Now, up here, this is something I always like to see, especially on the windscreen. It's nice to just have it clearly there. If you do have a breakdown, you can call that number. I'll explain a bit more about that a bit later on in the next video. But yeah, it's a really nice car. You can adjust the seat belts, the height there as well. Adjust the seat belts up here as well, which is nice. And then moving up, I've got some more controls. I've got the SOS switch here, and you've got your courtesy light as well by operating just like that. And then I've got my sun visor as well with a courtesy light. And then you haven't got a grab handle on this side, but you do have a grab handle on that side. Please subscribe, as it helps me and the channel grow and create even more content. Please like this video. Also comment if you have any suggestions or questions. Check out the Renault playlist for more videos related to the Megane, including how to use the main features of this car and how to connect your phone to the car and use Apple CarPlay. Some of the videos in the playlist will be of other models, but the features should be the same, so hopefully it helps you out too. There is a new thanks feature. If you want to donate to the channel, then please feel free to use this feature, and any money raised from YouTube will be used to buy more equipment. Thanks for watching.